everyone. It went a little bit weird at the end then, but hopefully we are good. So hello there, a very happy Thursday to you all. I hope that you're having a good week so far. So hello everyone that has popped in. So yesterday we did have a new release. So it was the Modern and Edgy release. There was some really cool stuff in there as well as some beautiful layered flowers too. So hello there everyone that's popped in. So hello Cynthia. Hey there Sue and Samara. The lovely Angel is behind the alt new badge today. So please give her a wave. She will be popping in the links. And also, hey there, Naomi and Joni and Pink LaGrange, I think from Virginia. So hello everyone again. Thank you so much for sharing. If you do share today's stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alta New store. So everyone, I am going to pop you down so we can take a look at the release. Please let me know your favorites as well, as I will try and take a closer look at those ones. So I moved you down to the bottom. And you can see that we have this very, very pretty fresh bloom set. So in here we have the large bloom as well as a cluster of leaves and some sentiments as well. So in this one, we do have the layering guide inside. So you can see just how easy this is going to layer up. And then we also have the inspiration over to the other side as well. Hello everyone that has popped in. Hey Esther and Penny and everyone that has popped in. Okay, so as well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which is going to cut out the flower, the leaf, and also that little cute flower cluster that we have in the stamp set as well. Then we have the Inky Lily. So this is really well together. In here we have 2 different lilies and a number of leaves, as well as these really cool splatters that you can use on all of your different projects as well. As always, we do have the layering guide for our layered stamps in the little trifold there. So as well as that, we do also have, I'm just going to move everything up. I'm kind of really off center. We do have the matching die set, which is going to cut out those flowers and the leaves, as well as the mask stencil. So you're going to be able to add extra layers to your leaves and also add a base layer to the flower too, as well as masking. The masks are in there as well. Then we have the Linear Life Daydream set. Now this is really, really cool. So we have 3 daydreaming girls in here with various different layers to pop on them. I think this one looks like Jen and this one looks like Tasnim. So if you were wondering, that's what I think. And then I'm going to open this up and you can see that we do have the layering guide for the various elements that you can pop in there as well. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, which is going to cut out all of the images from the stamp set. We also have the simple coloring stencil, which is going to allow you to add those layers from the stamps, but in a more of a gradient effect. Really cool look with that one there. Then we have the Modern Hello. Now this is really cool. So we have the hello in the sans serif font up here, and then we have these scripty fonts in the large words. And they say bestie, sis, pretty, mom, dad, friend, and bro. So you can add these over the top of this to create a really beautiful sentiment. So I'm going to flip this over, and you do have the choices that you can do for those words. Really, really cool. So that is the layered plain alphabet die set. It's a different size, and this is a great one to add kind of personal names if you wanted to make your own custom sentiments. It's a really great one to add into your stash. Then we have the woven stripes, a large background stamp on here, which is going to cover the front of an A2 card. If I just grab an A2 card out, you can see that that is going to fit on really, really easily. And then a number of different sentiments on there too. So that is all of the 6x8 stamp sets. And then we have some more things too. I'm going to pull those in. So then we have the doodled triangles. So a great one if you do love your geometric stamps and creating your own designs and backgrounds. So that one is a 4x6, and we do have some inspiration in there as well. Then we have the Dahlia or Dahlia, however you pronounce it, stamp and die set. Now this is an add-on for the Dahlia blossoms. So if you do have that stamp set and you kind of wanted to stretch it a little bit more, these might be ones that you would want to add into your basket. Sharon, if you do share the live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alta New store. So then we have the Meadow Builder stencil set. So in here you get 3 different stencils that you can use to create your own abstract backgrounds. We do have a layering guide on the back, but I would check out the product description because there is another layering guide on there as well. Okay. So then we have the diamond frame cover die. So 4x6. No, it's not. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Sorry, everyone. And oops, there's another one. And you can see that's going to add a really great frame to your project. So you can really frame something really, really pretty there in the center. And then we have the fancy hugs. So a great sentiment. Even though it's in the small packaging, it does fill that packaging completely. Okay, then we have some 3D embossing folders. We know that you love these. So this is Rosie. This is 6x6, and we have that beautiful 3D rose on there, a really large one to add a really great focal point to your cards. We also have the Spoon Daisy. Again, 6x6. 3D embossing folder, and it's going to add a really beautiful spoon daisy. A very unusual flower, but I think it's a very, very pretty. Okay. I'm sorry I'm going really quick, Angel, but I promise to go slower when I'm creating things. Next up, we have the crystal wall. So this is a geometric 3D embossing folder to create a really beautiful background on your cards. Would work for all different occasions, as would the connected. So again, 6x6 3D embossing folder, and you can get 2 different looks depending on which side of the embossing you use, rather the embossed or the debossed side. Then we have the rose bouquet, and this one has the fresh bloom in there and some beautiful roses in that too. So a great one to add to your cards. Okay, and then we have some enamel dots. So we have some black ones and some white ones, because these are the ones that I use all of the time, and these are the ones that I run out of. And also with the white ones, you can color them using your artist markers to match the colors that you're using on your cards as well. We also have a 6x6 paper pack. Now this is beautiful. It's kind of heavy on the pinks and blues, but we do have some darker colors in there and some greens as well. There's 24 sheets in here. They are all 80 pounds cardstock. So you have 2 of each design and lots of different ones to use. This one is so pretty. I just love them. Okay. Last but not least, sorry, reaching over. We have some mixed media inks. So we have 2 different sets. So we have the summer afternoon set, which is the buttercream, the warm sunshine, the caramel toffee, and the paper bag. And we also have the glacier caves, which is the sapphire, the Persian blue, the Caribbean sky, and the Arctic. Now these mixed media inks are kind of a go-to for me for lots of different projects. They work well on cardstock, wood, and even fabric. So if you can stamp your images onto fabric, heat set it, and then use them as a really pretty home decor item. So I'm going to move those off. Please let me know your favorites, everyone, which one that you would like me to go to first. I will probably go to the fresh bloom first. Oh, yes, Naomi, those are great for die cutting. The paper pack is great ones for kind of using for your layered florals as well. So I'm going to go with the Fresh Bloom just to show how this one does layer up. And I got some new white cardstock, so I'm not afraid to use it anymore. So that's a good thing. You must know that when you're running down to your like last 5 pieces of white cardstock, you kind of hoard them and then go through your scrap drawer to see if you have any pieces of white cardstock in there. But I got new white cardstock, so we are good to go. So to start with, I am going to go with the outline, and I'm going to be using some obsidian ink for this one. I'm going to pull you guys down a little bit. Ooh. Hopefully we are good there so you can see a little bit more in detail. I'm going to go here. Okay. Beautiful. Now I want to create a mask. So all I'm going to do is move my stuff over there. And I'm going to use the die. Now you could create your own masks quickly and easily using the masking paper, which I seem to have lost at the minute. Masking paper, there we go. So the masking paper from Altenew is fabulous. So this, I have to say, is the back. So you need to make sure that you either stamp or cut from this side. And all I'm going to do is just kind of cut around this. So I'm cutting around the die. You can fussy cut the image if you want to, but this is the cheats way. Ooh, Esther, the mixed media inks will work on various different surfaces. They go on wood, they will work on cork, fabric, cardstock. They work perfectly on cardstock too. Lots of different things, ceramics. So any like kind of porous surface they will work on, which is so, so cool. You can heat set them too to make them permanent. I love them. They're very cool. So I have my little mask now. I'm just going to run that through. Thank you, Dave. We'll grab this to see if I've missed anything. Oops. So paper, fabric, wood, and more, it says on there, but you can use it on lots of other things. So you can definitely have a play with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my mask off. Oh, like I've got a mask on. No, this mask. And I'm just going to place that over my image. Okay. So that means when I stamp on this now, I'm stamping behind. Okay, so I'm going to leave my mask in place while I do my layers. Where did I put my cleaning cloth? There I did. Sorry for my not very dulcet tones, but I do tend to hum and sing to myself when crafting, so sorry about that, everyone. I'm then going to take the next layer, and they are labeled, so this is A2. And I'm going to go with Misty Morning for this one. And I do tend to kind of swish my ink pad and then tap to get rid of the swish lines. And then I kind of find that that gives me better coverage. Stamp. Oh, Nancy, that would be awesome to use it with the cross stitch. Yeah, I die cut my masks with the matching dies, It does leave a little bit of an edge, but I find that it doesn't bother me too much. And I'm going to move on to Cloudy Sky. Line this one up. Give it a good old squidge. And then the last of the coloured layers. Oops. I'm going to use the Nimbus for this one. No, it's not the last of the coloured layers. I have another one after this. So this is a very detailed layering. Well, it doesn't even make it hard to line up. It's just an extra layer, extra depth and shading, which is cool. And then I'm going to go with the Dark Night. So this was, I can't remember the family name for these ones. I think it's something to do, I think it's Tranquility. I think, I should really know because it's one of my favorites. I grab it all the time. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone over the mask, so I need to make sure I do that center part too before I remove it. Where is my chamomile? There it is. Oops, that's this layer. With the centers, I never really kind of worry about lining these up perfectly. I don't know why. I just find they kind of sit in place. Even if they don't go in perfectly, it's still going to look really, really cool. So there's that one. That one was Snapdragon. And I will go through these again. And Marigold. Esther, can I emboss with what? With the dies? Please let me know. Okay, so I have my flower there. I'm thinking, while I'm here, should I maybe add a leaf? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back part of my mask and I'm going to use it as a mask. So when you use the masking paper, you are in fact creating two masks and not just the one. So I'm going to use my little Ultimate glue tape, take some stick of it, and then that's going to act as a mask too. Oh, yeah, if you want to emboss with the dies, you can. I haven't done it with this set, but I've done it with like background ones. Hopefully that makes sense. The inks, the mixed media inks are permanent if you do heat set them. You can also use them as watercolors, which is really cool too. I should really have grabbed some water, but I'll try and do something with them a little later on. Barbara, it depends what you're going to do with them. If you are going to add water over the top, yes, you're going to need to heat set them. But if they are just going to be stamped and left, which they normally would be, no, you would not need to heat set them then. Let's add some more down there. Ooh, I went off. Never mind. Camilla, Camilla, sorry. When stamping on acetate, you can use the mixed media inks, but what you would need to do is heat set them with some clear embossing powder over them to get them to stay on there. They will stamp onto a piece of acetate and give you a nice image, unlike dye inks, but you would need to add that clear coat just to keep them on there, otherwise they would rub off. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so let's add the leaf layers on. Let's go with some dark leaves, light leaves, light leaves. Okay, I'm going to go with some bright leaves, even though I've got some really dark flowers going on. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Yep, Esther, Stays On would work perfectly on acetate as well. Thank you everyone for sharing. I haven't asked anyone for good news. If you do have good news, please let me know. I'm always on the lookout for a good piece of good news. So, just so you know. That was Parrot. So this is from the Tropical Forest inks. I'm going to go with Olive then. Oops, way off with that one. Never mind. We still have that first flower that we stamped to actually complete yet. Last layer of the leaf, and I'm going to go with moss. So I do believe these are for the Tropical Forest ink collection, and they are my favorite greens. Either this or the Nature's Wonders set. Ugh, they make my heart happy, very much so. Okay, so let's take off our kind of fake mask that we use from the back of the masking paper. Okay, so let's coat the ink from the leaves, and then I am going to remove this one here. I'm trying not to get inky fingerprints anywhere because I am notorious for getting inky fingerprints everywhere. Okay. So now we can add that second flower in. I'm going to use the same colors as before, so the Tranquility collection. And let's get on with it, shall we? Okay. Misty Morning. So it is sticky, but it also doesn't tear anything, which is really, really cool. Okay, Cloudy Sky. So again, all of the Tranquility collection will be going down. This reminds me of when we started the lives and I had to do all of my stamping upside down because the way that we had the kind of camera. So So I'm kind of stamping upside down, but it's okay. I got used to it. Yeah, Serena, I will show you. I kind of borrowed the ones for the cubes. Okay, so these little belly wraps were made for the ink cubes, but I just trimmed them. I popped them on and then I trimmed them just around this edge, just so I could add the color on. So hopefully that makes sense, Serena. They are in fact the ones for the cubes. I just borrowed them for my larger pads too, because I wanted to, because they look pretty. And I have a rainbow wall of ink, so. Okay, and then I just have to do the center of this one. Let's grab the centers, and I have made a huge mess. Snapdragon. I can't remember what these ones are from. And also Marigold to finish up. So I do, but not here. So my re-inkers are still in storage from when we moved last year. So I haven't in fact re-inked my pads for a whole year and they're still going strong, which is good. Okay, so there we go. Just how pretty is that set? So that is the Fresh Bloom set. Okay, so I did want to show you just a little bit about the mixed media inks because I know that we're getting lots of questions from these. So I'm going to grab some watercolor cardstock and this. I haven't even opened this set yet. Ugh. Okay, so I have Sapphire, and let's take a stamp that we haven't used. So let's take the Inky Lily. Okay. I'm going to have to kind of make my way with a little bit of a mister bottle because I forgot to add water into my jar today, but we're going to be okay. So I have my Sapphire. Now with this, you need to be a little bit more gentle than you would when stamping up a normal from an ink pad because this is foam, like really soft foam. So you're kind of just tapping the top. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stamp it twice. It's a beautiful flower, beautiful image. So he now has a little friend down here. Just get it on. Come on. Okay. So, there we go. I'm going to add some water onto here. Okay, so a little experiment. I've just stamped the, and if you take some water, you can in fact use it to watercolor with. which is so cool. I love this ink. I really, really do. So you can see that it's kind of nicely pulling that ink away from that line. And you can, in fact, do some really great watercoloring with this one. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to stop there with that. So cool. But, okay, now if I heat set this, so I am going to use my heat tool. Yep, the haze, this is pigment ink. So I'm going to take my brush, again, a little bit more water. So now I've heat set that. You can see it's a dirty brush, but you can see that I've been using yellow. But you can see now that that line, because I've heat set it, isn't in fact moving. So it's like a double-edged kind of thing, because it's dual purpose. You can use it for watercoloring, but then you can in fact use it for outlines and then just play with it. So I have been after a navy to do my stamping with watercolor to give me a softer look than using black. So could you use art? I don't know. Let's try, shall we? Let's use the artist markers. Okay, I'm just going to grab one. This is Forest Glades. It gets rid of line a little bit. Oh, but only when you heat set it. So if you do want to use your artist markers with it, I would recommend that you don't heat set, because with the heat set, it's kind of pulling away the ink, but without the heat set, it seems to be staying in place. It's really, really cool. I love this ink. Okay, so also because you can use it as watercolor, you can in fact, you don't need to use it like this. You can add that to your block. And then you just use it as a normal kind of ink watercolor. Okay, so it does work on fabric. You would need to heat set. I want a little piece of acetate because I want to try something. Okay, so I have my acetate. Just clean my block off. Let's get another stamp, shall we? Will hello fit on that piece of acetate? Should do. Okay, let's grab my sapphire again. Hopefully you can see my little piece of acetate. He's there. He's a little bit mucky, but he'll be okay. Ooh, because I am going to heat set this. And then we can all see where the acetate is. All right. Grab that. I also need some clear embossing powder. Okay. So again, because the foam pad is very, very soft, just tap it ever so slightly. Kind of just kiss the surface. It would be better off doing this with a stamp platform because it's very wiggly. Oh, should be okay. There we go. Okay. So you can see that it has stamped on the acetate. But to kind of seal that in, ooh, this wasn't heat resistant acetate. Okay. You know me. I have these ideas and I just do them without really thinking them through 100%. Okay, let's maybe try and heat it slowly. I don't think it's going to work. No, my acetate's going to go before my powder. Okay. So it's not going to go. Reason being, it's not heat resistant acetate. But you can see that it would work on acetate. You can see that it's stamped perfectly on there. And I have done it before on heat resistant acetate. I just didn't think things through 100%. So I am sorry, everyone. Yep. It will turn into a shrinky dink, definitely, Naomi. And that's funny saying that. I do have a crafty corner coming up with shrinky dink. So, Hey, Susie, I'm sorry that I've let you down with the non-heat resistant acetate. But you can see that the inks would work on acetate. You just would need to heat set them with a clear embossing powder. And they will heat set on heat resistant acetate, not this. Sorry, everyone. Okay, move that off to the side. Bad experiment. Okay. All right. Okay. Whew. It's getting warm in here. Does anyone have a request on what they would like to see? Otherwise, I'm going to show you this one. And we may as well use the pigment inks while we have them out. So I'm going to go with the Sapphire again with the hello. So this is the modern hello. So in this one, you get the hello and also a number of different layers that you can add onto it. Okay, so I have my hello. You can see just how perfect that pigment ink is. It just sits perfectly on the top. Okay, let's go with, please let me know if you want bestie, sis, hello, pretty, dad, bro. I'll leave that there so you can have a choose while I grab another ink. Okay, I'm gonna go with some warm sunshine. So no one's, oh, pretty. Okay, let's go with pretty. Okay. So that was the first one that popped up, so I'm going with it. Okay. So in here, you do have the layering guide on how it will look as well. Ooh. So I think you're probably supposed to use a darker color for the pretty bit. I kind of went the opposite way, but you can still see it now. Let's try it the other way, the way it's supposed to be, Lydia. Let's try it the proper way. Hello, there we go. And that warm sunshine is very, very pretty color. So I'm going to go with the hello again, just tapping the pigment on. Okay, and we did pretty on that one, so let's go with something else. This one. Let's go with friend. I know that was the second one that popped up. Sapphire. I'm loving this color as well, so I'm definitely going to be using this for watercolor video very soon. Well, I work quite ahead, so I don't know. It might not be very soon. It will be very soon when I'm working on it. But oh, look at that. Look how cool. It does definitely work with the Hello lighter than the Hello darker. Hey, April. Ooh. It looks so good. Okay, so there is the modern Hello set. It is very cool. Okay, what do we have left? Let's try out our very pretty ladies, shall we? Okay, move that over. I'm going to go with Jen. I know it's not really Jen, but I'm naming this one Jen. Okay, maybe Jen. Who knows? Okay, I'm going to go with Obsidian. Nancy, my desk is looking pretty messy. I'd say pretty messy, very messy. Very, very. Maybe I should take a photo and add it on Instagram of what my desk looks like after a live. Okay, so there's Jen looking very pretty, lying down, reading a book. And then we have a number of layers to go in there. And I'm thinking I'm going to use my pigment inks while they're out. So she's going to have a warm sunshine headband. The book can be a sapphire. Ooh, I love that navy. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm more of a navy girl rather than a black. So if I choose something rather than a black dress, I would go with a navy dress. Let's go with some Caribbean sky. I'm just going to open this one up too. If you do want more inspiration using this set, I would definitely go and check out the blog hop. There is so many beautiful projects on there and a lot using the new inks too. So yeah, I'm definitely blue. I would definitely go blue. How cute is that? Did some really amazing projects with this stamp set. I would check out her blog where she has colored the images with just her beautiful coloring, and they are amazing. So we should have maybe popped one of the modern hellos on there, but let's go with the modern alphabet instead. Show you how easy it is to line these up. Okay. So what should we go with? Should we just go with hey? Just go grab my block. And remember, when you are writing words, that you do need to write them the wrong way around because it is them. So that's my H, E. Just kind of button it up to the other one. And then the Y. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, hey, sis, hey. Ooh. Maybe we should do this in yellow and then do the sis with blue. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Change of plan, everyone. I'm going to go with some warm sunshine for this. I'm going to try and mix things. So I'm going to go hey. Oh, I didn't stamp that down very well. There we go. And another hey. This is very apt because I do call Jen sis. So I think this is Jen. So let's go with that. And I'm going to go with the Modern Hello set. And then we do have a sis on there. Different block. Oh, I've run out of blocks. How did I do that? Oh no. Okay. I'm going to go with sis. Sapphire for this one. Oh, I roll. Yeah, I always change my mind. Okay. So if you wanted to, you could definitely mix Modern Alpha with the Modern Hello set as well. Yeah, I think this is maybe Pajama Jen. Okay. So, all right. I am going to pull in everything that we have looked at today. Oh, if I can find it on my desk. So we did look at the pigment ink to show that you can use it as a watercolor, but then if you heat set it, you can then use it like a pigment ink that would sit on the top, and then you can do your watercoloring inside. It's so clever, this ink. This is some of my favorite ink, and it works on fabric too. So there is those. We also played around with the Modern Hello set, and I just love how that one looks there. And then we also played with the Fresh Bloom, which gives us that really pretty flower. Ah, okay, I'm going to move you guys up again now. Dude. Whew. It's getting stuffy in here. Hello there, everyone. So thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I'm sorry that a few things kind of went awry, but it's me, so it was definitely going to go awry from the start. Again, thank you so much for sharing, everyone. If you have shared while this was live, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenews end of the live, and they will be added to the comment section on both YouTube and Facebook as well. So everyone, thank you. Thank you to the lovely Angel for keeping up with me with the links. I know I'm a rusher. I'm sorry. And again, thank you. So I will see you again next week. Have a great weekend and stay safe, everyone. See you again soon. Bye-bye.